think I'm magical. I think I'm magical. How many times have I come to do review cutting or some other video and it started to rain? Go through my channel. It's happened a lot. A lot. When I got here, clear as day. Look, it's still pretty clear. But we do have a big old massive cloud coming in. Are we going to stop filming? No. No, of course not. I love the rain. I am the rain man. I summon the rain. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. It's been thundering and lightning. Right on cue. Good job. But we're going to keep filming because, you know what, it's nice and cool. It's lovely. And it is just a little bit weird that every time I try and do this, it's happened a lot at this spot too, in particular. I'm not sure if you've noticed that, I do think it's quite funny. Yeah, we're getting into El Nino right now, but whatever. Okay, so the topic of today's video is knives that could be my one and only. Hey guys, it's driving home after filming Gideon. Don't worry, I'm pulled over on the side of the road safely. I want to make clear that this list is only folding knives because fixed blades, I can have one folder and one fixed blade, right? No one can go through life with just one knife. You know, you need your kitchen knives, you need your hunting knife, your survival knife, and your folding knife. So this video is just about the folding knives. All right, thanks. Yes, these are folding knives that could be the last folding knife I ever own. These knives are so good that they could replace a bunch of other knives in my collection. I could be happy if I only carry these knives for the rest of my life. Would I ever do that? No. No. I'm a knife collector. I love having multiple knives. But if I decided to one day just not be a knife collector, one of these knives would probably be the only knife I use for the rest of my life. So let's go ahead and let's get into these. We've got 10 on the table right now. These are 10 knives that I think are just truly excellent. Let me count them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah. So before we get into that, I want to start off with an honorable mention. And that is the Devo Knives Growler. This is a knife that I could absolutely see as being my one and only. It's that dang good. Why am I not putting it on the list? Because there's no guarantee that I could get another one of these. Right? I didn't want to put any knives on the list that are like limited runs or special editions or one-offs, anything like that, because, you know, if it's going to be your one knife forever, you want to be able to get parts for it. You want to be able to get another one if you break it. Things like that. Again, this is a fantasy scenario, but we're going to try and keep it somewhat grounded in reality. So, Devo Growler, I love this knife. This thing is fantastic. But it's not going on the list because who knows if I'd be able to get another one, right? Even though I have two, an original and that one. But we're not going to go into that. Woo! There was a nice crack of lightning, and here comes the thunder. Okay, that was further away than I thought it was. Much further away. Most of the lightning pops have been lightning and then thunder about 2.5 seconds later, so interesting. Sorry about that interruption. Had to give a guy directions. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this list. So the first knife, and the rain has let up slightly, so I guess that's good. First knife on the list, Spyderco PM2. A few months back, I made a video that was basically just a love letter to this knife. I love the PM2. Absolutely love it. This is one of the greatest knife designs ever. I think that's a pretty uncontroversial thing to say. Absolutely love the PM2. It's fantastic, and yeah, it could absolutely be my one and only. We've got a great blade profile. We've got excellent ergos. I'd probably, you know, not go for the S110V version that I have here, but get out of my face, gnat. Rain, come and chase these gnats away. What was I saying? Yeah, I'd probably get a different steel. You know, they do have kind of thin tips, but I mean, you know, I could even get a crew wear version for that toughness. I just love the PM2. The compression lock is not my favorite lock on earth, I'll be honest with you, but it is nice and strong. It's durable. It's got a good lifespan. This is a knife that, yeah, it could be my one and only. It's an EDC knife. It's a work knife. It could be a tactical self-defense knife if I needed it to be. Just great. Just great. Alrighty. Next up, this is a knife that I really fell in love with, and I can't believe I haven't gotten another version of this knife yet. I will. I'm working on it. You know, I just not made of money. The Vosteed Nightshade. This knife is amazing. You guys know it. A lot of people rant and rave about this knife. I wanted to get one of the thumb hole opening versions. Haven't got around to it, but as it is, this version here is amazing. Great blade. This blade is good for just about... Damn fly tried to go up my nose. This thing is just about perfect for everything. That blade is always pointing forward. You've got plenty of belly, got a nice tip. Yeah, this thing is 100% an amazing tool. And the action is really, really good. Again, I want to get one of the whole versions, you know, get the slipper tab out of the way, but even as is, excellent, excellent knife. And here cometh the rains. The next knife. Actually, we've got 3 knives in a row from the same company, so let's go ahead and get into them. Starting us off with a knife that you probably saw coming. This is the CJRB Feldspar. This knife has a long history on this channel. I love the Feldspar. It's, in a lot of ways, a no-frills, all-you-need EDC knife. Great ergos, fantastic blade. I would go for one of the ones in AR RPM 9. Great action. Good size, too. This knife just checks all kinds of boxes. And if I needed to have only one knife for the rest of my life, I could do a lot worse. All right, we're taking a little bit of a break. Oh. You guys can't see how beautiful that is, I bet. But the sun is just about to set over the mountains. The entire sky is pink and beautiful, and yeah, something else. All right, I'm gonna actually review the footage real quick, make sure the rain's not interfering too much with the audio. Yeah, that's something else, isn't it? All right, let's finish up this video. Alrighty guys, we're powering through. Okay, so, next up, like I said, I've got 3 knives from CJRB. The Pyrite. I love this knife. The Pyrite is so dang good. A lot of people love this knife. You don't need me to tell you how good this knife is. It just works. Great ergos, great blade, great action. Yeah, this is probably my favorite button lock ever. Yeah, just a great knife. Perfect size for EDC. I could do the drop point or the, they call it reverse Tonto, that's not a real thing. The Wharncliffe version. I love them both equally. Just a very, very well thought out knife. I would get the steel scales. To me, that's just my preferred method. If you do not have a Pyrite, fix that. I mean, what are you doing with your life, right? Next up is a knife that I haven't talked about in a while, which is a shame because it's an amazing knife and I absolutely love it. That is the CJRB Scoria. This knife is wonderful. Great classic profile, titanium clip, titanium thumb studs, and pivot collar. All the accents are titanium. Great action. We got a flipper and thumb studs. The ergonomics are just fantastic. It's a very thin knife, so carrying it is a dream. There's just not a whole lot wrong with this knife. I could absolutely be happy carrying this knife for the rest of my life. Fantastic knife. Need to bring that one out more. That's one of my favorite knives in my collection. Alright, next up we have another 3 in a row knives. Let's go ahead and get to them. Cold Steel. This is the 8015. I love this knife so much. This stuff here, that's glue, not water. This is a great knife, and I could use this for the rest of my life. Yes, it's big and it's overbuilt and it's chunky, but honestly, it cuts really nicely too. I love the ergos. I love the lock. Once you get used to the scorpion lock, it's a dream and a breeze to manipulate. Just a fantastic knife. Andrew Damco design, can't go wrong there. Fantastic knife all the way around. And because it's so big and overbuilt, I can EDC it, which I have done in the past, you know, but it's also ready to go if I have some more demanding tasks for it. Just a wonderful knife. S35VN, G10 scales. I haven't been listing materials on the others, but hopefully you guys are familiar with a lot of these knives. Next up, again from Cold Steel, the American Lawman. Holy smokes, I love this knife. Now, it was kind of a close call between this knife and the Code 4, because I love them both, but I went with the American Lawman because I do think the ergonomics are better. The Code 4 is a little bit slippery, a little bit skinny. You got that big choil here on the American Lawman. This knife is fantastic, and it's a little more EDC friendly than the 8015, but still capable, reliable, and absolutely tough. I love this knife. This one is NCTS XHP. Nowadays they're in S35VN. I like S35VN, so I'm fine with that. But yeah, what a great knife. What a great knife. I could be happy for the rest of my life with only this knife. This is now Dr. Seuss. And our last Cold Steel. This is one that's fairly new to me, but I absolutely love it. The 8010 Tonto. Now, I've had the 8010 drop point for a while. The Tonto version, I think I like the Tonto better. I can't believe I'm saying that. This is the light version. I could go with the light, I could go with the premium version. It doesn't matter. Very comfortable hand. This is one of the most comfortable folding knives ever. And the reason that the Tonto is the one I'd go for is because it has a hollow grind. And you do get down to a decently thin edge. Not a razor's edge, obviously, but a thin enough edge for it to be understandable for, you know, day-to-day EDC, but you're still robust, you're tough, got that big old triad lock. This is a knife that will go and go and go and just not quit. Absolutely love this thing. Definitely a knife that I could carry forever. Next up is from a company that you might not have expected to see on this list, Civivi. And that's the Vision FG. Oh yeah, I love this knife. This is probably my favorite Civivi ever, and this is a knife that I could carry till the day I die. I love the super lock. It's fidgety, it's easy to use, it's fun. Those thumb studs work amazingly. The sounds this makes, just spectacular. Great sounds, great acoustics. The ergonomics are fine. The blade is wonderful. This is a great shape for EDC. You can even push this to do some food prep tasks if you need to. It's super functional, super fun, and it's not even all that expensive, so definitely a win in my book. This is a great, great knife. And our last one. What is the last knife that could make me eternally happy? The Sincut Serene. Yeah, this knife is good. Fantastic button lock action, thumb studs, and a flipper. Aluminum scales. I love aluminum scales, especially in blue. Very comfortable. It's a full-size knife. They've got a great D2 blade here. These are super affordable. Yeah, this knife does everything I would need a knife to do, and it'll do it well, and it'll do it successfully. So, definitely a knife to not be underestimated, and a knife that could serve me very, very well for a very long time. And guys, I think that's going to about wrap it up. The rain is really picking up. I need to get these knives out of the wet. I probably need to get home too. It's about 7 o'clock, so it's going to get dark soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave it a like, comment below, and subscribe. You know the drill. Let me know what are some of your knives that you could be happy with for the rest of your life. Yeah, hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to get out of the rain. I've been Gideon, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.